Ready?
Yes. You got it to work.
It's rudimentary,
But it's going to work.
Yes.
I knew it would. Oh.
At the Mentellix settlement on Ignis, Salvor patrols the beach in the early morning hours and runs into Hari, who is plagued by a troubling memory. Walking further down the beach, she meets a young boy named Josiah, who brandishes a scar around his neck. Using a mental ability called unvoicing, Josiah telepathically speaks to Salvor, encouraging her to learn the skill as well. He also shows her a vision of his past, in which he and his family were executed for their mind-reading powers, but he was ultimately saved by Telem Bond. Walking further into the settlement with Josiah, Salvor is overwhelmed by visions from other Mentellix, showcasing Telem's many rescues. Later, Gale, Salvor, and Hari try to convince Telem of the importance of their plan, and warn her about the future uprising of the evil Mentellix called the Mule. Although she disregards their warnings at first, Gale tells her about her vision of the future, and offers to share it as proof. Suspicious but curious, Telem agrees, and Gale telepathically shares her vision. Shocked by what she sees, Telem tells her that the vision seems authentic, but it might be a skewed version of the future due to Hari's influence. Telem encourages Gale to explore her inner power without Hari's supervision, and bidding farewell for the moment, she also says that it is Salvor's birthday. Meanwhile, Constant and Polly arrive in orbit of Trantor on a commercial jump ship, and Constant is fascinated by the elegant spacers who operate it. Created over 600 years ago, these genetically engineered humans are responsible for attending all Imperial jump ships, and are in complete servitude to the Empire. Entering Trantor, Polly and Constant are granted provisional visas as foreign diplomats, and the pair head out to enjoy some of the city's nightlife. Back on Ignis, Salvor finds Hari relaxing on the beach, and they begin to discuss their fears about the future. While Salvor worries that Gale will become lost in the plan, Hari reassures her that as long as Salvor stays by her side, things will be fine. Meanwhile, Telem arrives at the Beggar to talk with Gale, and displaying various mental tricks goads her into a telepathic battle. With Gale's true strength revealed in part, Telem makes her an offer. Gale can hone her abilities and one day become the leader of the Mentellix, but only if she shuns Hari Seldon. Elsewhere, Hober Mallow arrives at his destination in the Spirit Rising, but finds nothing but empty space. However, as Hober tries to calm down his beastly companion Becky, a giant spacer vessel appears, and Hober decides to board it. Back on the beaches of Ignis, Salvor and Gale continue to discuss the Foundation's future. Arriving at the topic of the vault, Hari admits that he has been monitoring the other Haris' activities by using the Prime Radiant as a sort of mirror. Additionally, he claims that the other Haris' memories have been edited, so that he only knows part of the plan. However, they are interrupted by Gale, seemingly under the influence of Telem, who orders Hari to relinquish his leadership. Hurt and dejected, Hari storms off, angered by Telem's obvious mental meddling. After a long night of partying on Trantor, Constant helps Polly back to their hotel room and into bed. In a drunken revelation, Polly asks Constant to flush his stash of narcotics, as he promises to be a sober man moving forward. Unfortunately, as Polly lays his head to rest, Trantor's security arrives, taking him and Constant captive. The next morning, Brother Day holds a massive ceremony in Trantor's battle arena, and unveils a new statue of Cleon I's mother, Empress Winnicet II. Using the occasion to his advantage, he also introduces Sereth to the populace, and announces that the genetic dynasty is coming to an end. However, when Sereth addresses the people of Trantor and promises to serve them as equals, Day is visibly caught off guard. Meanwhile, Hober Mallow docks on the spacer vessel, and after stumbling into an anti-gravity chasm, he is confronted by the ship's leader, named She Is Center. Back on Ignis, Salvor catches up to Hari, but he brushes her away, stating that the Mentellix are searching for the Prime Radiant, which Gale disguised and hid aboard the Beggar. Heading back to the settlement, Salvor runs into Gale, who gives her a piece of fruit as a birthday gift. As the pair share a reflective moment on their relationship so far, they are interrupted by the beggar taking off, and are confused to see Hari at the helm. Unbeknownst to them, it is actually Loran disguised as Hari piloting the ship, while the real Hari is held captive by Tellum in a neck-deep pool of water. Once again, Tellum rebukes Hari's philosophy and vows to destroy the Prime Radiant, before leaving him to drown. Flashing back to his childhood on 𝐒𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐸, Hari quietly observes his parents herding a stampede of creatures called moonshrikes with sheepdog drones, and using mathematics, he deduces their movement patterns as they run through the canyon. As the next stampede occurs, Hari walks through it unscathed, much to the disapproval of his parents. Years later, while teaching at 𝐒𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐸 University, Hari argues with the academic administrator, Dr. 𝐄𝐩𝐢𝐤𝐬𝐸𝐸, who is worried that his developing theory of psychohistory might be treasonous in the Empire's eyes. However, they are interrupted by Dr. 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐤𝐸𝐸, a recent transfer professor who takes over Hari's office and offers to help him with his theory. In the following months, Hari and 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐤𝐸 thrive as they work together, but as they grow closer, the Empire's grip tightens. One night, Hari shows 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐤𝐸𝐸 a prototype of the Prime Radiant and celebrates their milestone. Elated with the good news, 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐤𝐸𝐸 shares that she is pregnant with a baby girl and gives Hari a special necklace that tracks 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸𝐸 and the baby's heartbeats. Under extreme pressure from Imperial authorities, Dr. 𝐄𝐩𝐢𝐤𝐸𝐸 orders Hari and 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸𝐸 to move to the Sterling University on Trantor, so the Empire can monitor their work. Although Hari balks at the idea, 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸 advises him to reconsider, as Dr. 𝐄𝐩𝐢𝐸𝐸 seems desperate and could be dangerous. With 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸's instincts proven to be right, Dr. 𝐄𝐩𝐸𝐸 abducts her at gunpoint, and as Hari returns to an empty home, he is devastated when he feels the heartbeats in his necklace stop pulsing. Knowing that 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸𝐸 and his child have been killed, Hari arranges a meeting with Dr. 𝐄𝐩𝐸𝐸. Hacking their transport car, he drives them out to the canyon and calls down the moonshrikes using sheepdogs. Avenging the deaths of 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸 and his unborn daughter, Hari throws Dr. 𝐄𝐩𝐸𝐸 into the stampeding beasts, where she is trampled to death. Sometime later, Hari arrives at Sterling University on Trantor and continues his work in 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸𝐸's memory. Flashing back to the pool on Ignis, Hari thrashes against the waves and begins to drown. As the tide rises above his head and Hari accepts his fate, memories of 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐸𝐸 ease him into a watery tomb.